Hi guys, welcome back. Tonight we're going to be tying a salmon fly. So this is a sort of an unusual pattern. This what I'm going to do is create a zonker effect without a zonker strip. So it's a pseudozonker. So you could use this to create a multicolored effect on a fly as well. But what I'm going to do here is create a sort of a banana type pseudozonker. So I have a black tube here, and you'll notice I already have my cone just waiting on the inner, and that means I'm going to just slide it back when I have the fly tied. So I'm going to build a thread base back there. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the junction part there to settle the whole thing. Right, so we need a bit of mirage for the butt of the fly, so take a bit of that. Tie it in here, and I'm going to work back to my inner flange there. And I like to just put a little bit of varnish down and wrap back into it. You see it sort of blebs up through the wraps, and so that kind of just gives us that little bit of extra adhesion. So how we're going to do this, what I'm going to do is use Opossum, and I'm going to tie in bunches of it as we go along rather than a strip of it. So I have here a bunch of like a golden yellow possum. Tie that on. And if you want now, what you can do is you can put in various bits of flash, and they will sort of layer then as you tie the fly. So I'm just going to tie in a little bit of crystal here. Try and keep that up on top. And then we need to put in some sort of a rib. So again, that's up to yourself, depending on the color scheme of the fly that you're going to tie. So on this one, I am going to use a gold. So I'll take a gold. And for the body, I'm going to use like a golden olive banana type glister. So I'll take enough for the fly, but set it to the side there and take a bunch for now. Put that on, create our dubbin rope. Travel forward. So it depends on how big the fly is to how many bunches you're going to get, but probably about 3. Well, you'd want to have at least 3 to make it to get the effect. But if you had a bigger fly, or you want to do multiple body sections, different colors, that sort of stuff, then you could use any number of different bunches. So lay in a second bunch there. And even if it's the same length of hair as the tail was, because you've now advanced 8 or 10 mil for this section, that will give you the effect of the taper. So just to make sure it doesn't come out, I'm just going to run have a glue there, back onto it. And I said if you want, you could add, you know, angel hairs and stuff in here. So if we add a little bit of gold angel hair in here, so it lets you make like a compound type of wing, adding different elements into it that you can't on a plain zonker strip. So we'll then advance along our body another little bit with our dubbing. Another bunch. Dab of glue. A little bit of angel hair. So I'm tying these bunches in and doubling them back, and then just trimming them in. So we're approaching the front end of the fly now. So I'll just get that last body section in. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull this forward, set my tying thread over it to keep it out of the way, and then run my rib. I'll let that one go. A little bit fiddly. But you get the hang of it. And the general sort of 4 to 5 turns up the body. And now we're going for the final bunch for the wing. So again, bunch of our gold. Just going to trim the flat, those ends flat, and tie that in. So as you see, we have the zonker effect, but without the zonker strip. So as I said, this allows you, if you don't have zonker material, to do this. So you could do it with Arctic fox. I'm using an opossum here, but it's a hard skinned bit of an opossum. So allows you to create your zonker effect, and also the other thing is there's no way they're going to slip around. So we shall glue that. And now we need to put on some sort of a front. Okay, so for the hackle, I'm going to use this is a cock pheasant rump feather that I have dyed in olive and fluorescent yellow, and I think that gives a nice banana type effect. So our choice now is, do you want to put your jungle cock cheeks in before or after? So if you put them in now, then your hackle will sort of sit over and it'll mute a little bit. Some people like that, some people don't like jungle cock so prominent, but this is a personal taste thing, up to yourself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in now and then tie the hackle, whereas obviously you can do it the other way around if you want. So we'll take a couple of jungle cock feathers here. I'm going to tie them in on the sides, so I'm just going to match them up and strip them back here. Once you've done that, that means that you can tie them in by the same point even without really looking at them, and you should have them even if you tie them on the same bit of the feather, if you know what I mean. So those are tied on either side. Fold them back for added security, or run a bit of glue on it, up to yourself. And then it's time to put the hackle in. Now, as I said, I've just grabbed it by the tip and stroked this back. We'll tie tip facing backwards. Just tie in on the very last little bit of stock and flip it over. And I'm just going to wax my thread here so that the hackle has something to hold while we're wrapping it. I'm going to put it between my finger and thumb as we wrap. Okay. Trim that off. And then it is time for our cone. As I said, if you prefer a heavier hackle fly than that, you could add another one on at this point, but I'm just going to super glue 10 centimeters of thread there, hold all back and wrap in the one spot, and then we'll slide our head back over that, and the recess in the tube sort of constrains the hackle, holds it back. No need for a wet finish because it's all wrapped in super glue. Trim the tube. Need sharper scissors. And flame that back. And there we have a banana pseudozonker. Just something different. So this obviously is a style of fly as much as anything, and allows itself to chop and change it, so you could produce rainbow coloured whatever you want. So give it a lash, and until next time, tight lines. Thanks for watching.